I, frankly, still do not hold Arisa entirely at fault for what transpired. I hold instead the Commonwealth responsible for it put us in this desperate situation. Hello everyone and welcome back to 4pixels. Coco and Konetsu are here and we are continuing Pyre. I have not practiced since the last time we recorded this, so we'll see how this goes. You prevailed in the liberation against the Essence. Already does the Black Wagon feel quieter than usual without Ruki, who returns to the Commonwealth. You overhear some of your companions reflecting on this.
He's gone, just as I was getting to like him. Grieve not for him. Would that we all someday achieve the same.
You wonder who, if anyone, among you shall be the next to go. Then Wolford asks the groups to gather. You sense you know what news he is about to share. Everyone, I must apologize to bring such news at this late hour, but I feel that you should all wish to know as soon as possible. The context of our plan has changed. He looks about at everyone before revealing to them what the stars have revealed to you both. The stars are disappearing.
Ooh.
They seem to just be fading away, one by one. For reasons that the scribes alone may know for certain, though we all may harbor our suspicions. See for yourself if you have any doubt that this is so. A hush falls over your companions, all exhausted from the rite, and now stunned into silence. If this phenomenon continues unabated, and we have every reason to believe it shall, then the rite shall cease when the stars no longer shine. Permanently cease, that is. Your companions exchange glances. You sense negative emotions rising. Confusion. Fear. Before I give you the impression that, should the Nightwings not prevail in a liberation rite, there would be other chances. This remains so, however. Our chances now are numbered. The exact number I have yet to ascertain, but to be quite frank, there are more of us than we have chances left. You sense your fellow exiles are beginning to realize what this means. I know this must be difficult to hear, but it is not to be a cause for panic. Our plan remains essentially unchanged. We shall take which opportunities arise, and return as many as we can. I urge you all to take whatever time you need to think this through. At dawn, we shall head south to the Moonlight Alcove. We can discuss this further then. Now, please get some rest. Our path grows harder, though not insurmountable. Not while we stand together. We can still prevail. The group disperses. Some whisper in hushed tones. Others turn to their quarters, speechless. There will be time later to better understand this omen. After the liberation rite, you find Sir Gilman in an uncharacteristically quiet and contemplative mood. He salutes you crisply with his tail.
Glory to you, Master Reader, and glory to the noble Rookie Greentail. Long may he prosper in the Commonwealth. And in so doing, may he benefit the plan into which we have all been thrust.
Then he falls silent for a time. You sense him growing very emotional.
In noble Rookie this night found a kindred spirit, Master Reader. One of questionable honor, the greatest cunning, and such blinding speed as to befit a minstrel's tale. This knight fears our triumvirate lost something irreplaceable in him.
We did.
Of course! This knight is also pleased that Rookie has achieved his freedom, very much so. And furthermore, this knight shall now continue training even harder than before. Rookie Greentail! This knight shall train on and until such time as he is swifter than the jagged lightnings of the deathless tempest. Now, Master Reader, this knight must beg his leave of you, for it is time not for his rest, but for his training. Know that he is very grateful for your wisdom and your guidance in these rites. Between yourself and Master Rookie, you have instilled within this knight an unshakable resolve.
He bows low and bids you a good evening.
He bows low.
He just like flattens against the ground. Good morning, everyone. We are at the mercy of the stars, and none can say how soon they'll shine for us again. Let us recover for a while at Moonlight Alcove and decide how to proceed. Okay, un momento. Best make yourselves as comfortable as possible here for the time, Nightwings. The rites ought to commence again before we know it. Until then, be well. Thus you and your companions remain on the mountaintop, waiting for the stars to shine again. The cycle of the rites is ending. The news that Wolfred and the lone minstrel revealed to you now threatens to disrupt the group's resolve. Who most deserves their freedom? Can there be any hope for your revolutionary plan to change the Commonwealth if too few exiles manage to return? These questions hang like a fog over you and your companions as you linger there on Mount Elodiel. For now, the exiles of the Nightwing vow to stick together, for as many opportunities as they shall have. Many moons pass. One cold evening, Wolfred finds you off on your own. Well, my kin, it's time once more. Come see. Wolfred indicates the sky, and through the snow you see that he is right. Soon, all of your companions are gathered. Wolfred regards the group in his steady manner. As you all know, I have refrained from participating in the rites myself. This was a long-held choice of mine for a variety of reasons. Chief among those reasons is that I might direct our plan free from unwanted attention, both from our adversaries here and those who would oppose us in the Commonwealth. Another reason is my past experience conducting the rites. It did not end on good terms. Before my time, the Nightwings comprised 3 exiles, Brighton, Risa, and Orlek. Little Tiso was with them as well, still learning in their ways. Brighton, a former exile of the Nightwings who conducted the rites alongside Orlek and Risa. Risa and Orlek. Betrayed and abandoned in his moment of glory. After Brighton regained his freedom in the liberation rites, the Nightwings took me in. A story for another time, but for one thing, I had capacity to read the ancient book. Anyway, when next we earned our way into the liberation rite, Orlek was anointed for return. He had long been in exile, and his horns were beginning to show. We prevailed. Little Tiso snuffed the accuser's pyre. Thus Oralek earned his freedom. However, just as the shimmer pool was to engulf him, Arisa, she shoved him from the precipice and took her freedom in his stead. She perished, of course. Only the anointed can transcend the shimmer pool. But she thought the warnings were a myth and paid the price. She was always restless. I presumed Oralek perished too. To survive a fall from Mount Elodial, I was left alone. Subsequently, I made no attempts to reassemble the Nightwings, knowing that such treachery, such harm was even possible as part of this ordeal. I, frankly, still do not hold Arisa entirely at fault for what transpired. I hold instead the Commonwealth responsible for it put us in this desperate situation. I'm just gonna mute that. That was Kime.
Kime, what are you doing?
And I resist the urge to think the rights may partly be to blame, as well, for pitting brother against brother, sister against sister. Wilfred breathes a deep sigh. Now I see that Oralek yet lives, at a time when our plan is already in motion.
Plot twist, everybody else is too.
And even the stars are fading. Perhaps a signal that the scribes themselves know that the Nightwings are divided, and they do not approve. But I choose to take it as a sign that we must act. The scribes have put in a set of circumstances where each one of us may rise to the occasion. The Nightwings in our plan need all the help they can get, and so I have made a decision which I wish to announce here to you all. In the name of the Nightwings, and reader, by your leave, I would conduct the rites again. Long have my skills languished in the matter, I admit, though I trust I shall regain them soon enough. While I once vowed never to conduct the rites again, our present situation calls for all our resources to be brought to bear. So, if I may be of use during the rites to come, I shall avail myself. That's all. Now then, our reader shall determine where we are headed come first light. Wilfred bows his head to everyone, while the others exchange looks, then one by one salute him in turn. Wilfred stands ready to conduct the rites again. Welcome him back to the ranks. Achievement unlocked. Gather the band. Once more do the stars shine bright in the sky, revealing several paths for you to pursue towards salvation. Choose your path towards salvation.
Dang.
Alright, let's look at the planner. We are at 51%.
51.
And
So we're going up against Barker next?
if nothing changes, sometimes like throughout the regular rites, this can change depending on who beats who.
Oh, the essence all the way at the bottom. Oh.
Alright, so yeah, it's probably gonna be one of these three. Hopefully not the withdrawn. Fuck you guys. Alright, so let's see. That's Ignarius. Where are the others? That's Manly. And Dalbert.
Who haven't we fought in a while?
I
It'd be the...
guess it'd be Ignarius, because like the last time when we went were going to go up against him, that's when Oralek came.
Right. So we didn't really get to fight him.
Yeah. Let's go against him.
And we lost against Orlick, right?
Yep.
I wonder if we had beaten him, would we have moved on to fight Ignarius?
I don't think so, because I actually have no idea what happened to Ignarius since Oralek just kind of came in and took over. Oh, he said something about like somehow tampering with their travels or something like that. I don't know. Very well then, reader. Once more you shall face Ignarius in the Tempers when next the stars align. We may set course for the nest of Trieste at dawn. For now, please get some rest in the remaining dark of night.
I like that accent.
Thank you. Oh.
Whoa.
Contact you, O reader. Yet an awful rumor reached me recently that you have within your retinue a traitor to the Nightwings and the Commonwealth alike. But you would never harbor such a traitor, now would you? I trust your time with
The way it's getting closer just makes me feel like I'm dying. You can cut this part out, but what was it saying?
It was saying that I don't like coming to contact you in such a manner, but I hear that within your group you harbor a traitor both to the Nightwings and the Commonwealth. But you would never harbor such a person, would you?
Huh.
Yeah.
Weird.
I don't believe him. I trust everyone.
I don't know if I trust Volfred.
Really? Why not?
Yeah. I don't know, I just have this feeling like I listen to everything he says and I'm just like,
I would be very upset. You rise after a fitful night of slumber. Somehow, the voice which thus far has reached you only in the right has found its way into your sleep as well. You shake free of it. The time at the moonlit alcove has made everyone restless. The group is eager to set forth at your command.
time to fly! In these dangerous conditions.
Oh, okay, so we can land here. Wilfred notes a powerful talisman is rumored to be buried on this path. Oh, who's this? What group is that? I can't tell. Is that the Essence? Oh, that's a fake. Oh no!
Oh no! The worst one! Pleasure to encounter you within the skies themselves, O Nightwing!
And he's still nice!
Oh, we crashed into him!
They deliberately crashed into his father, yet you still address him in such a cordial manner.
Now, Almer, I am certain that this was an honest accident, and it appears no lasting damage has been done. Oh, go home. Please take the helm, as I shall go and start to pick up all the fallen artifacts, which shook free from the walls after the impact. Oh no, I'm sorry. Perhaps some of these old heirlooms may yet be repaired with adhesives drawn from certain flora we may find along our long and difficult quest.
I'm a piece of shit. just flush me down the toilet, everyone. Damn you, Nightwings! You stay away from us. I'm sorry. Jidaria believes this route would be clear if you wish to pursue your vocations. Yes, vocations, definitely. There. Wilfred appears to have finished sealing some sort of document. He smiles as he approaches you. Hello, my kin. Was just on my way out to make a drop. Report a bit of progress on our supporters on the other side. Report a bit of progress our supporters on the other side should like to know. It is not clear to you as yet exactly why Wolford is able to communicate with agents in the Commonwealth. We have our ways of making certain that such messages manage to make their way to whom they need to reach. Most of the time, at least. It's not exactly the most dignified of methods, but the messenger imp is a hard-working as the rest of us. Or, dare I say, more so. He is one of Wilfred's couriers tasked with delivering news to and from the Commonwealth. Now, one thing I was wondering is that Tiso, he had to go through the rites to be able to reach the Commonwealth. So I'm wondering if maybe since this is a different type of imp, it has the ability to go through whatever magical barrier there seems to exist.
Mm-hmm.
Hope they get into that. Alright, here we go. Most imps lack the capacity to do that job. They of course cannot traverse the outer boundaries of the downside, but they can squeeze much closer than any of us. Wilfred offers to tell you more of this process. It seems that he has been using certain imps to relay messages to his agents in the Commonwealth for some time now. From that point, we depend on certain other means. A trafficker like Ruki would likely be familiar with them. Then my agents intercept the messages as they arrive. The messages are coded, in the off chance they reveal themselves before unwanted eyes, but even still, my agents put themselves in great peril there, supporting our cause and our plan. I could not ask for a more dedicated bunch. A shame we cannot meet them, separated as we are. If we succeed in our endeavors, it shall be thanks in no small part to them. They have identified hundreds of citizens grown loyal to our cause, found hidden corners where they can speak freely. Their goal is to grow in numbers while remaining safe. For we cannot resist the Commonwealth if too few citizens stand with us, whether due to apathy or fear, or lack of willingness to see our nation as we do. Some of these ancient agents I have known for many, many years, since long before my exile. Many were former students from my days of teaching Commonwealth doctrine. It was clear then who among us did not take the common view. These days I report to them our progress, and they, in turn, report theirs back. From that assessment, I update the estimation of our plan's success. Our chances of success increase substantially each time we liberate one of our own, but those loyal to us in the Commonwealth slowly gather strength, regardless, knowing of our efforts. Thus do we inspire each other, not unlike the dynamics which I see among the Nightwings here. Now, good afternoon then, reader. I have a delivery to make. He strides out the wagon, bearing the sealed message. You volunteer to survey the strange outcroppings around the lack wagon together with Jadario and Sir Gilman.
Let us depart now.
The search turns up nothing much of note, though wandering with Jadario and Sir Gilman provides reprieve from a long day on the road. Together you return to the wagons in somewhat better spirits. You should have time remaining with which you pursue your vocations. What have you come to understand of the book? Can you recite its pages yet by heart? Have you internalized its teachings? In its lack of limits, you experience yours. Righteousness. Alright.
Yay!
Let us go forth. The wagon comes to a sudden stop after a near miss with someone, or something, that got right in its path. At first you see no sign of whomever or whatever it was, but then a voice rings out from off the side of your path. The friendly yet somehow aggravating tone leaves little room for question as to who it is.
Hey guys, so maybe watch where you're going a bit more next time, I guess? You must have scared Dad half to death. I mean, look at him. But it's good running into you like this because I got for you a really special deal. We got some pretty out there stuff on hand, and it's been slowing us a bit, to be completely honest here. Something about him, I don't know, but Dad just hasn't been himself. But once we open shop, why, these little numbers, they're gonna go flying off the shelves. And you can have first dibs. All you gotta do is give us a lift, cause you're headed to the nest of Trieste, right? Just drop us off when you get there, okay?
The black wagon does not provide for you the most spacious accommodations, but it may have room enough for Falcon Ron, barely, at least for the short remainder of your trip. On the other hand, you sense a troubling energy from whatever strange artifacts he is transporting right now, and wonder whether you should get involved. Falcon Ron is asking you to give him a lift. Tell him to get in.
Yeah.
Alright. Though your fellow exiles exchange cautious looks, you invite Falcon Ron to climb on board.
Oh, great, thanks. I'll just, squeeze right in,
He does not.
Dad, come on, put your back into it already.
Eventually, Falcon Ron manages to get on board as you prepare to set forth again. Welcome him on board, for now.
For now. I just feel bad leaving him because it's all snowing and cold.
Yeah. After what felt like an interminable trip, during which Falcon Ron did not even once cease to speak of matters relevant only to him, you reach your destination.
Anyway, thanks, guys. And remember what I said, these thingers I got here, you got dibs on them. If you come visit me and Dad, that is. Now, we'll be going, so we'll be seeing you, okay?
Whether from Falcon Ron's ceaseless drivel or the ill effects of his cargo, everyone is left feeling out of sorts.
They're all like, oh.
Fucking hell!
Oh no!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh.
You better give us a... I don't think we even have that much money.
Yeah.
Welp.
Oh no.
We will end this episode right here. Thank you guys for joining us, and see you next time.
Bye.
Foreshadowing.